What is up, Nexus fam? Get ready to dive headfirst into the absolute latest and greatest from the PlayStation universe. The news cycle is absolutely on fire, and we've got the inside scoop on everything you need to know to stay ahead of the game. From exclusive beta access that's got everyone buzzing, to surprising console incentives and even game sales impacted by pricing, we're breaking it all down. You won't want to miss a single second of this rapid-fire update, so buckle up and let's get into it. First up, check your inboxes, because some very lucky gamers are getting their hands on a highly anticipated new fighter. Then, we've got some incredible news for those looking to upgrade their PlayStation experience, with Sony rolling out some serious perks. We'll also tackle why a major game's sales might be taking a hit due to console costs. And finally, we'll bring you the comprehensive PlayStation Store update for the week. Don't go anywhere, this is PS5 Nexus, and you're plugged into the pulse of PlayStation. Hit that like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Beta codes for PS5's promising superhero fighter are being sent out. Did you get an invite? The moment of truth has arrived for many eager PlayStation 5 players as beta codes for the highly anticipated superhero fighter, Marvel's Tokon. Fighting Souls have reportedly begun landing in inboxes. If you registered your interest or are part of the official PlayStation beta program, a quick check of your email might just land you an exclusive spot in this groundbreaking test. For those who have received an email, it likely contains your download code and a specific time slot for participation. However, if you haven't seen that golden ticket yet, don't despair. Reports suggest these codes are being distributed in waves, meaning more opportunities could be on the horizon. This isn't just a quick sneak peek. It's described as a proper beta, with participants typically bound by rules prohibiting the sharing of footage or detailed discussions about their experiences online. While history suggests these restrictions are often short-lived once servers go live, it's important to note the official guidelines. For those unfamiliar, Marvel's Tokon. Fighting Souls represents Sony's ambitious foray into the first-party fighting game arena. Teaming up with the renowned Japanese developer Arc System Works, known for its pedigree in the genre, Sony aims to deliver a captivating 4v4 combat experience that has, based on all previews, looked nothing short of incredible. This beta phase is seen as a crucial first step towards the game's planned release next year. It provides the development team with invaluable opportunities to stress-test their servers, gather essential feedback, and fine-tune the game's intricate balance and mechanics. The insights gained from this closed environment will be instrumental in shaping the final product. Developers often use these early access periods to identify and iron out any potential issues, ensuring a smoother and more polished launch. With more public-facing betas anticipated in the future, there's ample reason for optimism, even if you missed out on this initial wave. The journey to release is a marathon, not a sprint, and participation in future testing phases remains a strong possibility for many. Audience impact. The announcement has ignited a flurry of excitement and anticipation within the gaming community, with discussions dominating social media and forums as players eagerly check their emails and share their experiences, or lack thereof, with the beta invites. But wait, there's more critical PlayStation news you need to know. Next, we're diving into how Sony is sweetening the deal for console upgrades. Following PS5 price increase, Sony sending $100 PlayStation Store credits for console upgrades. Sony is taking proactive steps to mitigate the impact of its recent PlayStation 5 price adjustments by offering targeted incentives to gamers looking to upgrade their hardware. In a move designed to appease a potentially disgruntled player base and encourage new console adoption, select customers in the United States are reportedly receiving $100 PlayStation Store credits. This initiative, dubbed the Upgrader Program, was brought to light by PlayStation Lifestyle and appears to be detailed on PlayStation's official website, suggesting a broader rollout is possible. The program seems to extend invitations to gamers who are upgrading from a PlayStation 4 to a PlayStation 5, from a standard PlayStation 5 to the anticipated PlayStation 5 Pro, or even those transitioning from an older launch model PS5 to the newer PS5 Slim. Each PlayStation Network account is eligible for only one PlayStation Store credit under this program. Furthermore, to qualify, console purchases must have been made prior to August 26th, and the upgrader program itself is set to conclude on September 20th. This comes in the wake of Sony's August 20th announcement, which cited challenging economic conditions as the reason for a $50 price increase across various PS5 models. The digital edition now retails for $499, the standard disk drive model for $549.99, and the PlayStation 5 Pro at a considerable $749.99. This price hike, particularly on existing console generations, drew immediate criticism from U.S. consumers who found it to be an unusually steep increase. The situation is further complicated by the fact that competing consoles, including Xbox, have also seen similar price increases, leaving consumers with fewer alternatives. The financial implications of these pricing strategies have even reached game developers, with Capcom, for instance, suggesting that the higher cost of PlayStation hardware may have contributed to slower initial sales for their title, Monster Hunter Wilds. It's worth noting that Japanese PS5 consoles already experienced a price increase earlier in 2024, and gamers in other regions such as the EU, Australia, and New Zealand are also facing higher prices. The $100 PlayStation Store credit is a strategic move by Sony, aiming to entice new console owners to invest in AAA PS5 games and digital content, thereby boosting engagement with the ecosystem. However, the long-term strategy beyond the promotion's end in September remains a key question for the industry and consumers alike. Audience impact. Gamers are buzzing about the potential $100 credit, with many actively checking their PSN messages and emails, while others debate the program's fairness and whether it adequately offsets the recent price increases. Stay tuned as we break down the ripple effects of these pricing strategies on major game releases. Up next, we investigate how a major title's sales are being impacted by the cost of console hardware. Capcom president cites PS5 pricing as a barrier to Monster Hunter Wilds sales. Capcom's president, Haruhiro Tsujimoto, has pointed to the PlayStation 5's elevated price point as a significant factor hindering the sales momentum of their highly anticipated title, Monster Hunter Wilds. Released in February 2025, the game has received substantial post-launch support, including numerous patches and updates aimed at enhancing player experience and retaining engagement. Despite these efforts, Tsujimoto revealed in a recent interview with the Japanese outlet Nikkei that the cost of entry for the PS5 console itself is proving to be a substantial hurdle for a wider audience. He elaborated that while Monster Hunter Wilds enjoyed a strong launch, selling over 10 million units in its initial month, subsequent sales figures have not maintained that initial pace. Tsujimoto attributed a portion of this slowdown directly to the PS5's price. "We also found that the PS5 barrier is unexpectedly large," he stated. "The console costs about 80,000 yen in Japanese yen. When you factor in the cost of software and monthly subscriptions, it comes to about 100,000 yen at the time of purchase. This is not an amount that can be easily reached, especially for younger generations." He further emphasized that this pricing challenge is not isolated to Japan, noting similar trends observed in overseas markets. Tsujimoto then drew a comparison to the Nintendo Switch 2, which launched in June 2025 at a more accessible price point of 49,980 yen, tax included. The Nintendo Switch 2 was released in June 2025 at a price of 49,980 yen, tax included, and the response was better than we had expected, he observed. While prices vary by country, this reaffirmed the high level of cost consciousness among ordinary consumers. This observation underscores a key takeaway for Capcom. Affordability plays a critical role in consumer purchasing decisions, particularly for younger demographics and those on tighter budgets. While this comparison does not directly imply that Monster Hunter Wilds will be ported to the Switch 2, it does signal Capcom's keen awareness of market dynamics and consumer price sensitivity. The company is clearly monitoring the success of hardware offerings that prioritize accessibility. As the gaming landscape evolves, with hardware costs remaining a focal point, Capcom's insights provide valuable context for understanding the challenges faced by major publishers in driving sales for their flagship titles on premium consoles. Audience impact. The comments from Capcom's president have sparked considerable discussion among gamers, with many agreeing that the PS5's price is a barrier, while others debate the overall value proposition of the console and its game library. We've covered exciting betas and console incentives, but what else is new on the PlayStation front? Get ready for the weekly rundown of everything hitting the PlayStation Store. PlayStation Store Update Worldwide September 2, 2025. Sony continues its weekly tradition of refreshing the digital storefronts for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PlayStation VR, and PlayStation Plus subscribers with a host of new content, downloadable add-ons, and full game releases. PS5 Nexus is dedicated to providing a comprehensive catalog of these PlayStation Store updates across all major global regions, ensuring players stay informed about the latest offerings. Make it a habit to check back every Tuesday for the most up-to-date information on what's new and available to download. This week's update brings a fresh batch of titles and digital goods to the platform, catering to a diverse range of player preferences. Whether you're looking for the latest blockbuster AAA releases, intriguing indie gems, or essential downloadable content to enhance your existing game library, the PlayStation Store is the central hub for all your digital gaming needs. The continuous influx of new games and updates ensures that there is always something fresh to discover and experience on the PlayStation ecosystem. Players are encouraged to explore the digital shelves to find their next gaming adventure, take advantage of any ongoing sales or promotions, and ensure their libraries are stocked with the latest and greatest titles. Stay tuned to PS5 Nexus for continued coverage of the ever-evolving PlayStation Store, keeping you connected to the pulse of the gaming world. Audience impact. Gamers are eagerly anticipating the weekly update to see new releases, potential deals, and additions to their favorite games, with many already planning their purchases. That wraps up our deep dives for today. But don't go anywhere, we've got a lightning round recap and a full call to action coming right up. All right, Nexus fam, that's a wrap on today's essential PlayStation updates. We saw beta codes rolling out for a hot new fighter, Sony offering $100 credits for console upgrades, PS5 pricing impacting game sales, and the weekly PlayStation Store update. Don't forget to smash that like button if you found this info valuable, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your PlayStation needs, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let us know in the comments which story you're most excited about, and follow us on social media for even more PlayStation content. We'll see you next time.